Today I want to tell you the story of Luther Town, one of our many monuments on the Mad Aaron LSG server. Now the story of Luther Town goes something like this. A lone traveller was walking across the wasteland, low on water, and with his vehicle broken down. He saw a dog on the horizon. First he thought it was a mirage, but he decided to follow it just in case. The dog led him to a small patch of land that had both water, and later he found oil on that very location. Then Luther Town was established. Over the many years, the dog led many other settlers to the location, and with it being so remote, the road ahead stayed clear for a long time. Until the road ahead attacked, stealing the statue of Luther Town and what many of the locals believe putting a curse on the town itself. Soon after, the oil dried up and the statue is still missing. So the event for the players this time was to recover the statue for Luther Town, and it was a strange clue-ridden path. First they had to meet up with Trader Joe, who we all know from the Wastelands he's a bit of a sly fella, and sometimes he might give you some information, but he also might want you to owe him one. So many of the factions visited him and he gave them the next clue. At the second location there was a broken down traveller, and he knew exactly where the statue was, and he was in fact on the way to pick it up, but he was broken down and without three wheels. He requested one of the factions to help him out. They put the wheels on and the rest of the adventure began.
Oh god! Incoming fire! Oh no! Rockets inbound! Whoa! Didn't do a lot of damage, he's heavy armor. Good hit though. Don't fire. So damn. And then I shoot the bridge. I mean, let the dog go across and then they change the competition, but like the large rover's stuck at this side. Yeah.
So the faction that had captured it, DBS, decided to return the statue. At this point though, they didn't know the reward was the happiness of the town. When they found that out, they decided to keep the statue for themselves.
Oh god! I don't know, he just flew in the air! He's 10 miles up! I have no fucking clue, here he comes. He almost landed right beside me. Yeah. That's the third time today that rover crossed that bridge.
Sadly, when DBS arrived at the position to put the statue back on the plinth, they realised that someone had vandalised it with a picture of Ricardo with my face stuck on it. It was amusing, but at the same time, It was quite strange. Maybe the new mascot of Luther Town was going to be Ricardo Aaron. Who quite knew?
No, don't do anything. Don't. We keep it, man.
How do we complete it? Do we have to place the plinth on the thing, or?
Like I said earlier, I broke the news to them that the payment was the happiness of Luther Town, and well, they decided to take the statue back to their base and probably store it in one of their dark basements. We couldn't quite have that, so we decided to put a bounty on it for someone to return it. At first, DBS was trying to strike a hard bargain with us for a bit of raw material, but we stuck to our guns, and the rest of the server wanted to see the statue returned as well. So, for a certain amount of non-discussable resources, we convinced them to return it back to the plinth. So it saddens me to say, but it's the end of the story of the stolen statue of Luther Town. DBS managed to return it after some shrewd negotiation. It's returned though, and the players of the server can appreciate a lovely statue. If it remains there or someone else tries to nick it, well, that's up to the players themselves. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Now, I hate to ask, but the way the YouTube algorithm works, please hit that like button, drop us a comment, tell me if you enjoyed something like this, a little bit more of a story type content, and I will see you next time.